Here with Coach Frye, head coach of South Carolina track and field. Getting ready to head out to Worlds. Going to be down for 15 days out at Doha. What are you looking forward to, first of all, as you get out there?
Well, really a return to the greatness of Carolina. We're supposed to have collegians in that meet. Lots of people are surprised that we can train for this number of days. We're 9 months and a half that we're into it, but since the last time we raced. We race in January, and we're still racing here in October. Lots of it's a tribute to our training system. I mean, Coach Kareem was a great addition to executing our system. It's one that the Mickey Barber and Lisa Barber and Demetria Washington and Ota Keeley went through. When you go through the difficulties of our fall and then go through the peaks and valleys of our training, we can extend your season. And that's a message that goes to recruits and it goes to the kids on our team. We're not the burnout type where you got more left at the end of the season and more left at the end of your career. So I'm excited. That's what it says to me. I'm going to go watch somebody like Wadlin and Abrams who are going out there and put on an exhibit for what it's like to go through a long segment. And hopefully we can come back. This tells them that they can come back next year and a short period here of where we're going, and it'll be 9 months before the time they get back to the Olympic Games. So we're excited about the things it's telling us as coaches, them as athletes, and our program, what it's telling them about what having great facilities and opportunities with weight rooms and nutrition and all the things that add in. So this is a team effort. I'm excited for our whole team, our university, Coach Sarge, the weight room staff, the training room staff, the media exposure that they get so that they can have careers. All of that is a part of what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, absolutely. I talked to Waddle a little bit about this. She's one of the few athletes that's still in college that's going to be competing on the big stage. What presents a unique, issues or maybe struggles that she's going to have to overcome going through school and still having that in her mind and being a college athlete versus some of these other athletes that are professional athletes?
Well, her challenge is that our university has set a pattern where our teachers and people have worked with her, taking her 18 hours this semester, such that takes some stress on her, knowing that she can be online taking classes and staying up with her classmates and graduate on time. That was a stressor for her. So she got here, and our professors are willing to work with her. And then our academic center is willing to make sure that she's got the things she needs while she's in Doha. And then having Coach D on the staff, make sure that Coach D can help her find a place to be quiet so she could go through that part along with doing the racing. So it's not much different than her. We had to convince her it's not much different than her having to go to a pen relays and on exam week and have to turn in a project at the same time. So those things were things we had to help her get satisfied with, because her ultimate objective is to graduate on time in May. So that was a stressor for her. And it's the same with Abram. Abram's already got her degree. Now she's in postgraduate work. She doesn't want to get behind because she just want to get as close to as she can to having her master's degree. So those are things that we have to deal with to try to get them through this part.
And lastly, talk about a little bit about the experience of Worlds and how different of the event it is and how unique the event is.
Well, the thing about it is that's why we sent her to the USA versus the world, so she could get some quantum of what it feels like to have the expectations of the whole country, United States of America. When she managed that, and she managed her 5-day trip to go and do that, so she's had a little bit of that, because the excitement of these world-class events where you're on the world stage, you're on television, you're getting interviews, which she was able to stand behind with Allison Felix and rub shoulders with the great ones. And then when she had success and win, it kind of gets her a good feeling. But now this gets a little bit bigger, because now you got rounds, and then you got a day between the rounds, and then you got to try to make the relay team so that you can run for the USA. And so then it'll be times that we have to debrief her at the meet, which has never been. They say watching that eagle fly, getting a chance to see the USA and them play that song, that chills that come across you while you're watching other Americans get that medal. It's the greatest feeling in the world to hear that song played, and everybody in the stadium stands from all 1,000 nations are there, and they stand up and they cheer for the victor, because they admire not the song but the victor. And so you want to be the one that takes your team, and that's going to be quite an experience for them. One you relish from the time that you started this sport. Can you be the one that hears that song played? And so I'm not sure that either of them will get to hear their national anthem played for them, but they will hear the national anthem played, and it'll leave that aspiration and that victory feeling in them. One day I had a shot, and one day I want to hear that played. And those are the things that sends the chills up and down their spines as an athlete. No one can imagine it. It's different. And next summer in Japan, it'll even be greater because a bigger part of the world will be watching.
All right, thanks, Coach, and good luck.
Hey, thank you.